All right. Welcome back to the channel, subscribers. Tyson Fury says Lomachenko cannot beat Teofimo Lopez. That, to me, is a little bit of a shocker. I want to talk about what he said, why he said it, because, you know, even though I hope Deontay Wilder beats him, because Tyson Fury gets on my nerves, Tyson Fury does know boxing. So let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. If you're not subscribed, hey, hit the subscribe button. We do a lot of videos, we upload daily, so you'll get a lot of content, and we'll talk about a lot of subjects in boxing on this channel. If you are subscribed, thank you so much. Also, thank you to everybody that is on the Patreon. Thank you guys for your support. Really, really, really thank you for your support. And thank you to everybody that supports the live streams we do daily, Monday through Friday rather, and OG Boxing Talk on Sunday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. So one of the biggest fights this year that I believe is going to get made is a 3-belt unification fight between Vasyl Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is the newly crowned IBF 135-pound champion. I do believe his family's from Ecuador, but he's out of New York. And excuse me, Vasyl Lomachenko, longtime champion, longtime staple of the pound for pound list, out of the Ukraine, two-time Olympic gold medalist, former champion at 126, former champion at 130, and the current WBA, WBO lightweight champion. And then we will just we will mention disrespectfully the WBO franchise champion that he got trying to get out of the way of Devin Haney becoming his mandatory. Anyway, those guys are going to fight, and they're both with Top Rank. This fight is most likely going to be on ESPN Plus, because that seems like how they doing it over there at ESPN. But it's coming up soon, and Tyson Fury, the current, not a champion at all, okay, not a lineal champion. He's the current former ring champion. He's the current former ring champion. He's the current former IBF, WBA, and WBO champion. A lot of former champions for him. A lot of former champions. Said that he doesn't believe that Vasyl Lomachenko can beat Teofimo Lopez. He gave some specific reasons for it, and pretty much they revolved around the idea, his opinion, that Teofimo Lopez is too strong for Vasyl Lomachenko. He said that he's pretty much has the strength of a heavyweight, and he said that he's basically like a heavyweight, but he's got little midget legs, is what he said. He's like a heavyweight with midget legs. Very thick chest, very strong, very strong. He said that he believed Teofimo Lopez actually hits harder than he does. That's what Tyson Fury says. I don't doubt that, because Tyson Fury's kind of pillow-fisted, man. Dude's kind of pillow-fisted. He's tough. He's tough. He really is, but kind of pillow-fisted. But Tyson Fury said that, you know, he's strong, he's fast. He also mentioned things like the amount of confidence that he has, how he's been looking and trying to get a fight with Vasyl Lomachenko for four or five fights. He also referred to his father and the confidence that he has around his father. So, you know, more than likely, you know, Tyson Fury met Teofimo Lopez, was impressed with Teofimo Lopez, and was like, hey, you know, wants to support the guy. So, you know, I believe there's a lot of truth to what he said. Now, the obvious thing is the experience level for Vasyl Lomachenko. Tyson Fury also did talk about Teofimo Lopez's amateur experience and how he had a lot of amateur fights. So, you know, he really knows what he's getting into. That's what Tyson Fury said. Now, that is not near, obviously he's not near the experience that Vasyl Lomachenko has as a two-time Olympic gold medalist. And what has he got, like 12 fights or something? And, you know, 11 of them were championship fights. But so the experience thing is there for me, the experience thing is there for Lomachenko. Now, this is my opinion on this. Teofimo Lopez very well could be getting, and it's not something that Tyson Fury brought up, but Lomachenko, as far as a matchmaking issue, right? Like a guy that sits down and says, who do I want to fight and why do I want them to fight? Okay, I've got fighter A here, Teofimo Lopez. Who am I trying to match him up with? Well, the matchmaker will want to get somebody that, if he's building Teofimo Lopez, he would be looking for somebody that Teofimo can beat, but that Teofimo Lopez would look good beating, right? And so that's the job of a matchmaker. A matchmaker pretty much is going to try to predict what the outcome of the fight is. So a matchmaker that works for Top Rank is going to be looking for the outcome that Top Rank would like. That just, to me, that's how I think about it. If they're overdoing it, right? In some cases, you have matchmakers where they don't clearly, whoever did the matchmaking for J-Rock was not trying to protect J-Rock by having J-Rock fight Jason Rosario, right? Or when J-Rock fought Jared Hurd, they weren't trying to protect Jared Hurd by taking that fight. Now the trainer was like, of Jared Hurd was like, no, we don't want that fight, and the fighter overruled it. But in Matchroom, what Bob Arum has said is he doesn't let his young champions fight for belts unless they are really, really certain that he'll be able to win that fight. So for Teofimo Lopez, that's why I went with Teofimo Lopez over Richard Comey in the last fight that Teofimo Lopez had. Richard Comey is a very tough fighter. He's a skilled fighter. He's an experienced fighter. He's gone tooth and nail with very good big fighters. And there are a lot of people that said, hey man, I'm picking Richard Comey to beat Teofimo Lopez. But the way that my mind worked with it was I was like, I just can't believe that, knowing how Top Rank operates, that they're going to put Teofimo Lopez in there with Richard Comey if they're not, just like Bob Arum said, almost positive that they're going to win, that he's going to win, that their young guy's going to win that fight. They're not going to throw away Teofimo Lopez for Richard Comey. Rarely have you seen Top Rank make mistakes like that. One of the times that they made a mistake like that was Nonito Donaire and Guillermo Rigondeaux, because clearly they thought that Nonito Donaire was either too big or too strong and he was going to overwhelm the smaller Guillermo Rigondeaux, who pretty much was fighting at 122 but should have been at 126. It should have been at 118. And Nonito Donaire, who was fighting at 122 but easily could have been fighting at 126. There was significant weight size between them. And that's a scenario where Top Rank's matchmakers screwed up. At least that's where what I see it as. And Guillermo Rigondeaux paid the price for upsetting that apple cart for sure. Here you have that situation with Vasyl Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez, where Teofimo Lopez is the young, exciting knockout artist on the way up, and you have Vasyl Lomachenko, who's been in the stable for a long time, who hasn't necessarily panned out financially like they would have wanted him to at Top Rank. And it seems like it's a good time. If I'm in the mindset of the people that are, running Top Rank, are you going to throw away your young, exciting knockout artist champion that you have, the highlight reel guy, and just put him in there with the old veteran if you don't think that he can win? It seems like this is the perfect time to sell Lomachenko and buy Teofimo Lopez, right? You have Lomachenko is not going to get any more popular. He's not going to get any younger. He's not going to get any better. He's a little guy. He's over 30 years old. He's got a lot of mileage on him. His eyes are getting cut. At 135 pounds, he got dropped and he's got dropped and he's going the distance. You got a guy, so you have him, a guy that is fighting it, who, according to Top Rank, and I believe them that they're telling the truth when they that they believe this, is a 130 pounder. And then you got Teofimo Lopez, who could easily wind up at 147. So it's just the combination of the size between the two of them and the stages that those two fighters are at their career make me believe and agree with Tyson Fury that Lomachenko could have a very difficult time with Teofimo Lopez. And again, Teofimo Lopez has that equalizer, man. He has the ability, if he hits you, he can short circuit you, and there's not a lot of guys at lightweight that can really just flat out short circuit you, get your arms stiff out, laying out like that. And Teofimo Lopez can do that. It's going to be interesting, man. We'll see what happens. We'll see if Tyson Fury is right in what he said. I'm sorry, man. Anyway, it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out.